Hi everyone, my name's Rick and thanks for dropping by my channel today. So my purpose is to help you realize the fact that your natural state is feeling great. A philosophy which I've come to live by every day over the last, certainly over the last year. It's taken a long time to get to this point, but that was basically through a lot of study, trial and error, and a lot of sleepless nights. And then, ironically, at the very end, I came to realize that it was actually a lot simpler than I would have first believed. Anyway, this video today, I'm going to be covering one particular topic which will genuinely change your life almost immediately. And maybe you've heard it before, maybe not, but it's essentially mindfulness, staying present to the moment. Mindfulness. So maybe you've read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, maybe not. Either way, I would recommend it to anybody and everybody to read at least once a year, twice a year, however many times you want, the more the better. Because every time you read a book, again and again and again, you see something or you get something different which you didn't necessarily get the first time. So I can't remember who it was that said it. It might have been Napoleon. I think it might have been Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich, another fantastic classic, by the way. But he was saying that every time you read a book over and over again, every time you read it for a new time, it's not that you see something new in the book per se, but it's something you see in yourself that you didn't see the first time. So basically that's why it's a great thing to reread self-help literature, any literature really. Anyway, the power of now is essentially staying present to the moment. So we have a tendency as human beings to constantly project into the future or relive an old past. To quote Joe Dispenza, we're constantly living a predictable future or a familiar past. So with that constant moving to the future and the past, you're basically siphoning all of your energy out of the present moment. Whenever you're siphoning your energy out of the present moment, you essentially, well, you're draining yourself. You're reducing the chance of anything wonderful happening. You're also ruining or siphoning off your creative energy, your physical energy, mental energy, spiritual energy. And it's also a great cause of anxiety as well. It has a whole host of different problems. Anxiety would probably be one of the most pertinent ones in the modern day. Whenever you project into the future or into the past, you create anxiety. This anxiety, if left unchecked, will just manifest more and more in your life through different symptoms. It can be stress, anxiety, grey hair, blood pressure, hypertension, other illnesses. Diabetes. Is it a coincidence that we're the most stressed we've ever been in Western civilization? We're the most stressed we've ever been, and we've also got the highest rates of diabetes, stress, a whole host of other physical ailments. So everything is related in some way or another, and this doesn't need to be complicated. It's literally a matter of being mindful, being aware of your surroundings, being aware of basically the thoughts in your head. And it does overlap very much so with meditation. In fact, that was one thing which always surprised me in The Power of Now. Eckhart Tolle, he went several hundred pages without once mentioning meditation as far as I can remember. So basically, in a nutshell, what you want to do to basically become present is focus on the things around you first of all. So have a look around, observe what's around you. If you hear a clock ticking, just listen to the clock ticking. If you see a tree outside, just look at the tree. But the trick is to not judge it, because whenever you're judging it, you're actually, well, invoking the mind. Whenever you invoke the mind, or the monkey mind, as some like to call it, it tends to go down rabbit holes and gathers momentum. Another great phrase is where thought goes, energy flows. So as soon as you give some thought or some energy to a particular thought, it inflates. So in a nutshell, what's really helpful is to become aware of things, be it around you, be it the thoughts inside your head, but not judge them. Particularly with the thoughts in your head, the way I like to view it is you're standing in an airport terminal and there's a carousel with all the baggage going around, and you see the bags going around on the conveyor belt, but you're not going to open them, you're not giving them any attention. Now, if you see your bag go past, then obviously yes, you want to get your bag, because well, you don't want to lose your bag in an airport. Take it from me, it's a pain in the ass. Anyway, so you will observe the bags go around, but you don't actually judge them. You don't pay them any extra attention. You're aware that they're there. You see them come past and you let them go. Same with your thoughts in your head. Whenever you're meditating, for instance, it's a great way to practice mindfulness. Just sit there, you have your eyes open or closed. If you have them closed, just you can focus on the sound of a clock. You can visualize something, perhaps. We're going to focus on meditation in different videos, but what I want to really nail down here is whenever you're letting thoughts come into your head, just acknowledge the thoughts are there and then let them go. Let them pass on by, because that way they don't take root. You don't give them any excess power, any excess energy. You distract yourself with other things. Not necessarily distract yourself, but you refocus your energy into different things. So we see everything in the world is self-improvement, self-development. It's very, very much related. Mindfulness, meditation, becoming aware of thoughts, and channeling energy into more constructive avenues. So it can be as complicated as you want, or it can be as simple as you want. But as far as mindfulness is concerned, the simplest thing you have to do is just be aware without judgment. So what I recommend doing is, if you're out and about walking down the street, just notice the things that go past. You're paying attention to everything which goes past, but you're not judging it. You're taking it all in, but you're not judging anything. That way the mind is not set loose, essentially. Because you know yourself, whenever you start thinking about one thing, it'll go down another rabbit hole, and then that'll sprout some other mental weeds, and then it goes on and on and on, like I was saying just before. So become aware of everything, but learn to not judge it. And if you meditate, or if you've never done it before, simply find a quiet place, have some nature music on in the background, or even just a quiet room, something just nice and calm and tranquil, nothing too distracting, and just be aware of everything, but don't judge anything. Just let any thoughts come into your head and let them go. And this will help you stay present, because like I was saying before, just when you stay present, you're not siphoning energy into the future or the past. You're not generating hypothetical scenarios which may or may not ever happen, and your stress will just dissolve and you'll feel better immediately. And the more you do this, it's like a muscle. The more you can bring your mind back to the present, the easier it gets. So hopefully that was somewhat useful for you today. Hopefully you got something beneficial out of it which you can apply right now. And until next time, take it easy.